Hey guys, and welcome back to Mama's Gaming Channel. I'm Mama, and today I finally have a video about the tank role in Overwatch. The tank role is my favorite role to play, so I will be sharing with you guys what I've learned by studying and playing the tank role. Let's get started. First, let's talk about what the job of the tank is. This is a question that doesn't really have a straight answer since tanks can fill many positions, but my generic answer is that the tank's job is to block damage. This is a super vague definition, I know, but if you want to answer simply, then that's the way I would answer it. While tanks do block damage, this is not their only function. Let's take Reinhardt for example. I can always tell when newbies take Reinhardt because they seem to hunt down the largest source of damage and shove their giant blue wall right in front of it even if no one is behind them. I played a match with one of my friends who wanted to show me he could play Reinhardt. It was on Nepal and we had capped the point quickly because the enemy team had Widow, Hanzo, and Ana who never attempted to capture the point. They seemed content to attack from afar. Well, when we realized that there were snipers, we simply moved the fight out of the sight of the snipers. After we capped the point, we stayed on the far side of the point so the snipers couldn't see us. All of us, that is, except for my friend with Reinhardt, who stood out in the open, unnecessarily blocking harmless sniper rounds. When I asked him why he was doing that, he told me he was doing his job and protecting the team. My friends, Ryan is not supposed to just stand there facing the enemy blocking damage. While his shield is a valuable part of his kit, it is not the only thing he can do. Tanks need to use their barrier to block relevant damage from the enemy. What do I mean by relevant damage? I mean damage that has a negative impact on your team. D.Va's defense matrix is the perfect example for this principle. Defense matrix can eat every projectile in the game. That includes bullets, rockets, icicles, and energy blasts. All except for Roadhog's hook. It also stretches so far ahead of her that she can encompass an enemy who is firing or an ally who is being fired upon. She can stick it in Ana's face so she can't heal anyone. She can fly in front of Pharah to block her rockets. She can also block ultimates. How many of you have popped your ultimate as Soldier and then immediately had a D.Va in your face blocking almost all of your ultimate? The same happens to McCree, Pharah, Roadhog, and Bastion. Have you ever had D.Va eat your Hanzo ultimate? She can also eat Zarya's and Mei's. The ultimates I listed are the ones that can make or break a team fight. D.Va has the ability to eat all of them, and that ability is a regular part of her kit. That is why it is so important to use Defense Matrix wisely. Use it to block relevant damage, not just stand there and block harmless damage. Another ability that is very good is Zarya's projection fields. While they don't last long, they still can mean the difference between victory and defeat, life or death. Have you ever tried to pin someone with Reinhardt and then the person you were pinning suddenly got a bubble around them and survived the pin? Maybe you dropped a Death Blossom on the enemy team only to find that Zarya bubbles herself and someone else and kills you with all the power you just fed her. Perhaps you dropped a nuke and Zarya tanks it with her own bubble. You can see the powerful possibilities of the tank abilities in the game, but it is very important to manage your abilities in order to pull it off. Zarya could just bubble people every time it cools down, whether it is a threat or not. D.Va could try to use Defense Matrix as a Reinhardt shield. Reinhardt could needlessly face the enemy team blocking damage for no allies. These are common mistakes that tank players make, and these are mistakes that you cannot make. It may seem like blocking all the damage is your job, but there are other ways of blocking damage. You can use the terrain of the map to your advantage and let a wall, box, or even the payload take the damage for you. Using blocking abilities liberally oftentimes means that you won't have that ability when you really need it. What happens if you use Rein's shield to face Bastion until it breaks, and then D.Va sends in a nuke? You won't have the shield to block that damage for yourself and your team. Utilizing your blocking ability for relevant damage will automatically make you a better tank hero. Next on the list is positioning. Most people think that your position as a tank is constant. Stay out in front of your team and block all incoming damage. While this is a large part of the role of the tank, a better way to look at it is that tanks are guardians or bodyguards. This means your job is more than just being a moving wall. As a tank, you will want to be between the enemy and your squishies. Let the enemy team know that they will have to get through you before they reach your supports and DPS heroes, with the exception of flankers and snipers. This does not mean, however, that you must take every shot for your team. Your team also has the responsibility to not die just as much as you do, but you are their escort to the objective and through the enemy team. For the most part, if Rein's shield is up, then he should be pushing forward with his team following closely behind. If Winston or D.Va dive into the enemy team, then Lucio should speed the group in after the tank. If Zarya puts a bubble on, then back her play as she moves forward to capitalize on the energy she's absorbing. And remember that each tank has a responsibility to care for their teammates, not just rush in and be oblivious to their team. So to sum up, tanks are like support heroes with no healing. To substitute the lack of healing, they have large HP pools for body blocking and barriers to defend their team from relevant damage. Make sure to watch my video on initiation to see how I watch out for my team with Zarya. A lot of the footage is in this video, but the other video shows more in depth of how I did it in a real match. I hope you learned something from this video. I hope to make more in the future, but for now you will have something to practice. Hopefully these videos can help a community of Overwatch players play better tanks in the near future. If you found this video helpful, then please let me know in the comment section. If you liked the video, then please give it a like. If you would like to see more of this channel, then subscribe. If you want to find out more about this channel, then check out my Patreon page at www.patreon.com/mamasgamingchannel, where you can check out my Discord server as well as donate if you like. Thanks so much for watching this video, and I hope to see you later in MGC.